the man, the myth, the legend himself.
Brutal Bob Evans of Ring of Honor fame. A guy who really blazes a trail in the independent wrestling scene. Here tonight, though, he said he's going to take on all comers. He said he's going to take on anybody.
Well, it's an open challenge, and I don't know who in that locker room is unhinged in the head enough to even consider coming out here and fighting this man. We've seen what he's capable of. We've watched him on Ring of Honor television for years, but now we're going to see it live in living color here on Vancouver Island. Who is going to step up to the test?
Much like on his weekly podcast, or maybe I should say monthly podcast here, he's going to make a fool out of some wrestler the way he makes a fool out of that Kevin Kelly. Let me tell you something.
Well, these fans here in Victoria, they clearly got a lot of love for Brutal Bob.
Oh, that's right. And you talk about top-level wrestlers wanting to make a name for themselves. You've got guys who are veterans looking at VIPW and saying, hey, that's a place I want to make a name for myself on Vancouver Island.
You gotta come to the island and wrestle in front of the greatest fans in professional wrestling. This is what it's all about. The Pacific Northwest has become a hotbed for our sport, for our industry, and stars, legends like Brutal Bob Evans, they want to be here. They want to be a part of this.
How you doing?
Brutal Bob giving some nice words to Thomas Chow. You'll love to see that.
Oh, even though Thomas Chow's not very good, he said he's good anyway. How kind is Brutal Bob? He's such a nice guy.
Introducing his opponent.
Who's this going to be?
Oh, someone's already answered that. Oh, we know that music.
Okay. Well,
Or do we? Oh, no.
looked there for a moment like business was about to pick up. I'm not sure here.
Yeah, they're trying to play games with him here, our production
It could
staff.
be perhaps mind games a little bit with Brutal Bob, and I don't know if that's a smart idea personally.
Oh, no. He just wants it cut off completely now. You don't get it right the first time, you get it cut off completely.
Okay.
Making his way to the ring, the VIPW champion, Scott Steele.
You don't just walk in to a man's house, reach into the fridge and grab a cold one without talking to the man of the house. And this VIPW is my house.
I was wondering where he was going with that analogy.
Hey, man.
Now I kind of want to call
are coming out and issuing an open challenge.
Brutal Bob doesn't seem too impressed with Scott Steele here.
So no one's allowed to be in your house and take a beer. I'll have a beer with any of these people any damn time of the day, baby.
Oh, Brutal Bob!
Any of us? Do you think he'd have a beer with me?
Hey, man.
Go ahead, you can chant. I'm okay with that.
That's an open challenge I would accept.
Hey, Brutal Bob,
There's a reason
holding
why
court here in
I
Victoria.
have the Canadian flag and the U.S. flag because I'm an American citizen, but this is my 9th tour of Canada, and I love every single one of these damn people, and it's about time we start acting like we love each other instead of all the BS that's going on.
Yeah!
Brutal Bob holding court.
And you know what? Some people you just can't get through to. So you want to come out here, you want to call me old, washed up, whatever you want to call me, how about that? I've heard all about you. My friend right here has filled me all in about all the crimes and misdemeanors you've been committing around here. So, why don't you put the Vancouver Island Pro Wrestling Championship on the line as part of my open challenge right here, right now? What do you think?
I like it. Put your money where your mouth is, Scott Steele.
We could have a new champion here tonight in Victoria.
You know what you are.
Can you imagine Brutal Bob Evans, our new Vancouver Island Pro Wrestling champion?
What would that mean for WrestleFest? What would that mean for War Games?
sick and tired of paper champion leaders in the United States and Canada, and it's about time someone stood up and took that damn belt off you and gave it right here to these people where they belong.
Yeah, Bob Evans laying down the law here in Victoria.
You want to line flat your back, look it up, couple of tiles on this ceiling. Tonight's your night. I'm going to leave you lying flat your back.
The title's on the line, what do you say?
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is now for the VIPW Championship!
Wow!
The venue's hot. The title's on the line here in Victoria. Here we go.
Introducing the champion, coming to the ring, ice manager of the class act, Ty Cordova. He's a former VIPW Tag Team Champion, a former Vancouver Island Champion, and a two-time and current reigning, defending Vancouver Island Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Scott Steele.
The returning Scott Steele. Scott Steele 2.0 as I'm coining the phrase here tonight because he's upgraded.
And then there's me, Brutal Bob Evans.
Well, Brutal Bob handling his own introduction there.
Brutal Bob, Thomas Chow, birds of a feather. But can Brutal Bob Evans come up with a win here tonight and become your Vancouver Island champion?
Well, I got to say, after Brutal Bob's State of the Nation address out here, I know the man is from the United States, but frankly, he could run for Prime Minister and I would vote for him.
Hey man, he's looking popular. He's looking good in there.
I think a lot of these fine people in Victoria might vote for him too if he ran, frankly. I definitely know they want to have a cold one with him now. Oh, I don't think Brutal Bob needs anyone in the crowd to be giving him any more ideas, but
When it comes to Brutal Bob, we all want to hang with Bob. And no time would be better to hang with Bob than his championship win celebration.
No
but
kidding.
Can he get it done here tonight in Victoria?
we might be popping open some tall boys in the back. Brutal Bob might be celebrating the heavyweight championship victory here in Victoria.
The bell rings, the match has begun. And I want to draw fans' attention to ringside here. We've got Ty Cordova at his protege's side here. And in the ring there, wearing the stripes, is one of our junior referees in here. And I've got to tell you, that will definitely come into play in the proceedings here tonight.
Well, Cordova giving a little love there to Scott Steele. He's a licensed manager and apparently an amateur massage therapist as well. He's a man of many talents.
And you see him getting to the ear of our ringside photographer, Dylan, there, telling him to get the good shots of his man. Don't worry about Evans. Don't worry about a guy who won't be around too long.
Well, Cordova might be want to be careful there. He might lose a shoe, and I don't know if he has an extra $12.
Hey, oh, come on. See, I know the kind of fashions Cordova goes for. They're high-quality fashions. But, man, getting control of this thing early with the classic wrestling. Brutal Bob Evans putting his opponent in the corner early.
You said everyone wants to hang with Bob. We're about to see, can Scott Steele hang with Brutal Bob Evans right here in that squared circle?
Brutal Bob taking center of the ring early. Going for that side headlock.
Nice tight side headlock. He's got it cinched in good.
Oh, Scott Steele going to the outside there.
Veteran maneuver there by Scott Steele with the ring awareness to get the referee to break the hold.
Referee breaking it up there. Scott Steele, neither man really in control of this thing in the early portions here, but Brutal Bob Evans taking the center of the ring.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of hesitation from Scott Steele, and I'm wondering to myself, is it fear, frankly, when you're in there with a legend like Bob Evans? I don't know if Scott Steele really wants to wrestle this match right now.
Hey man, Scott Steele's got his manager there by ringside, Ty Cordova, but Ty Cordova's getting involved with a fan, while his man there is getting shoulder tackled.
That's right, Cordova out here jawing with these fans in the front row, and Brutal Bob just dropped Scott Steele here like a bad habit. Steele's trying to claim there was a handful
There was a
of
hair
hair.
pull. There was a hair pull there by Brutal Bob Evans with the hair pull. Not above a little cheating.
I'll tell you what. Put a headlock on me. How's that?
Well, Brutal Bob offering his head here to Scott Steele. Says, you try a headlock on me then. It's very gentlemanly, good sportsmanship.
Scott Steele with the solid headlock. Look at this. Bob shoots him off.
Oh!
Big shoulder tackle.
Just fired Scott Steele off easily there and dropped him with another one of those big shoulder tackles.
I'll tell you what. You run that way. I'll run that way. And we'll shoulder tackle and you'll do it. Don't trust him. You run that way.
You're gonna run that way?
Scott Steele thinks if he gets enough momentum here, maybe he can knock Bob off of his feet. Let's see if this calculation
Bob ducks
works
it.
out.
Oh, big shoulder tackle.
Run all you want, Scott Steele. I don't think you got enough momentum to knock down the big man here.
Ooh, big solid chops by Brutal Bob. I can see why they're calling him Brutal now.
Well, that was a heavyweight chop. I was right out here in front of us, and now Bob Evans, he's beating Scott Steele all around the neighborhood.
Look at this. Boom, another big shot to the chest of Scott Steele by Brutal Bob Evans.
Steele's trying to get back in the ring here, and I don't blame him. Frankly, he's in harm's way out there.
Oh, Bob Evans with the big shot to Steele.
Big time heavyweight shots from Brutal Bob Evans on the outside of the ring, and now back in control here, shoving Steele into
Look at
the
this,
corner.
look at this.
Right here in the corner, right in front of us. He's drilling him with those hard right hands.
Oh, but Ty Cordova getting involved, and he gets one too.
That's right, it's a bonus. It's a baker's dozen.
Oh.
No.
Miscalculation by Bob.
Well, it might have been the distraction by Cordova there that gave Scott Steele this opening, and he really took one for the team there.
You see this Brutal Bob Evans has seen so much in this wrestling business, in this road we call wrestling, but he's never seen anything like Ty Cordova's jacket, let me tell you.
Well, no one has seen anything like the attire of Ty Cordova. That is fair. But Brutal Bob Evans, he's in there with a legend in his own right here in the Pacific Northwest, Scott Steele.
As much as I like to joke, as much as I like to jest, we've got our VIPW champion in firm control of our international challenger, Bob Evans. He's going for a cover. Look at this. Just a one count.
Only a one count, quick and authoritative kick out there from Brutal Bob.
Brutal Bob. You got to wonder if he's regretting this open challenge. Maybe he should have taken on a rookie or something.
Well, he's got a reverse chin lock cinched in on him real tight right now to Scott Steele. He's trying to choke the wind out of Brutal Bob Evans here. And it might be working. I mean, if the man can't breathe, he can't fight. Oh no, look at this. Somehow Brutal Bob working his way up to his feet here.
Oh, big elbows to the midsection. Bob fighting out of it. Look at this, look at this. Bob's getting control. Oh!
I thought he was thinking body slam, but a nice counter by Scott Steele, only two.
It was almost three, man. That was almost three.
Close as can be there, partner. This referee doing a great job right now in there. He's checking on the man.
Hey, man, speaking of a great job, Scott Steele going for that headlock within seconds after that pinfall. You talk about a great job.
Oh, yeah, he cinched it right back in there. And you gotta think that the lights are starting to dim for Brutal Bob Evans.
Oh, Brutal Bob fighting out of this thing. The grip is loosening. The grip is loosening by Scott Steele. Oh no, he cinches it right back in there.
Every time it looks like Bob Evans might have a little bit left in the tank, a little bit of life left in him here, Scott Steele reasserts himself with that chokehold. Oh no, no, no!
Oh, you see Brutal Bob fighting out. He's fighting out.
Brutal Bob Evans, these fans here in Victoria, BC, They want to see a new VIPW champion here tonight. Can you imagine Bob Evans strolls into Frank Crane Arena, strolls into WrestleFest 2 as your VIPW champion?
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
And he's picking Scott Steele apart right now. Oh, big time elbow from Brutal Bob.
Oh man, Scott Steele's worse for wear. Look at this, look at this. Oh no.
Getting fired pillar to post here by Bob Evans.
I love you, baby.
Oh no.
We love you, Bob. Oh, a bulldog.
Pinfall. Man, this could be it.
I think you're right. This could be all she wrote. Brutal
Steele.
Bob Evans in firm control right now.
Steele with that great ring awareness, making sure he's near the ropes, fighting his way back to his feet, but I don't know if he knows where he is.
Oh! Huge shoulder block by Bob Evans. And I was going to say, I don't know about ring awareness right now. I think Scott Steele, he's seeing stars, birds. He could get counted out right here.
Ty Cordova with a look of seriousness on his face.
I think that's worry on the face of Ty Cordova. I think he is concerned right now, and he should be. This man might be about to lose the championship.
And this is the road to WrestleFest. This is when things matter the most.
Huge implications for the future of our company, for the future of our business in the Pacific Northwest. On the line here tonight in Victoria, BC.
Brutal Bob Evans going for a bit of that playoff hockey, earning that brutal moniker there. Oh!
Oh no, look at this.
Look at this.
Scott Steele, he's got his feet on the ropes. No,
That's
come
three,
on.
man. That's three. That's
Come
three.
on.
You can hear the bell.
Damn it! Scott Steele just stole a victory here in Victoria.
They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And Brutal Bob Evans coming victim to one of the oldest tricks in the book.
Well, the referee, unaware that Scott Steele's feet were on the ropes there, getting the extra leverage for the pin.
I said it early. I said this is our junior referee. Ty Cordova made eye contact with the man. He made the plan in that moment. He said when it comes to time in this matchup, this is going to be the deciding factor.
Well, frankly, I think the referee was doing his best. He was trying to call this one right down the middle.
We're in complete agreement. He was doing his absolute best. I don't like this Ty Cordova guy, but he outsmarted your referee there.
Oh, you may not be my